You're the only one in Arkansas that has an RC.
Yeah, because I have looked online, on Facebook, sent out, local flyers, trying to get an RC club,
Oh yeah.
and nothing. I mean, there is a RC flying club, but I don't know. I'm not really into the planes, so. But
So who do you go RCing with? You have to really get out of town.
if I want to, if I want to RC with anyone, I haven't yet. I've
Really?
just been the Lone Ranger.
Wow.
It's all right
And
though.
you get your stuff online or
Yeah,
local?
yeah. No, there is no local hobby shop. I think the closest local hobby shop is in Kansas, where I think Harley is,
Okay.
and in Florida is the other closest. So yeah, basically online is everything I have to order from.
Yeah, I got a lot of people asking question, or I see a lot of posts on Facebook. I see a lot of people talking about electronics. Oh, I blew my ESC, I blew my motor, I blew this, I blew that, or I
Yeah.
got problems with my batteries puffing up. So that's the reason I asked for a guy to actually come here online tonight. But for some odd reason, he didn't. He's not out here yet.
Oh.
But I do know a little bit from what I read about electronics, but I wanted him to actually answer a lot of questions. But he's not here right now, so I'm gonna have to do the best I can
Hey
with
man,
what I
that's
know.
all right. If nothing else, we can have a good conversation and
Oh
have a
yeah,
good time.
we're gonna talk RC.
That's right.
So
What
what do you
else is
have?
there to talk about?
Yeah, that's true. Man, to me, it's 9 o'clock at night. What else am I gonna talk about?
Right.
What kind of RC do you have?
Uh, SCX10, the Dingo kit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I have,
Yeah, I
and
got
I've
a lot of people asking questions. I see a lot of posts on Facebook.
Yeah, man.
I see a lot of people
Yeah,
talking about electronics. I
Travis,
blew my ESC, I blew my motor, I blew this, I blew
Travis,
that.
you listen to
I
the
got problems with my
That's number
batteries
two?
puffing up. So
Oh
that's
my god.
it's
you
going
have
crazy.
the wrong
video on or something. You are on. You'll have to shut off the other one.
He's unplugging his own toilet.
Well, I made it back.
Shrimpala, you seem to be okay now. Hi, Casey.
How many times has he plugged?
Oh,
Oh, Casey's gone.
yep.
So I'm going to vary to everybody. Why don't you show me your rig, since nobody's here right now,
All
or is it
right.
close
Well,
by?
I just have the body off right now.
Okay. Okay, so you got the dingle kit, but you got a
I
hard
got a
body.
Yeah, I got a separate body.
Okay.
I have
Are you going to do a full interior?
I'm actually working on it right now.
Oh yeah. Starting.
Yep, I have my front fenders here.
Yeah, looking
I
good.
just made it. I'm making this out of foam board right
Okay.
now. I'm gonna duct tape all the foam board and then spray plastic dip over it because the plastic dip eats through the foam, so I have to duct tape it for it all to stick. And there's the little dash right there.
Cool. So the plastic dip actually eats the foam?
Yeah, it
The
actually
foam?
eats the foam because I made it.
How many times has
I
he
made an
plugged?
actual
Hey
body.
guys.
Yo yo.
Oh, Casey's gone.
Yep.
So I'm going
I
to
made an
present
actual body
there
out
to
of
everybody. Why
foam
don't you show
core.
me your rig, since nobody's here right now?
All right. Well, I just have the body off right now.
Okay.
You're listening to the wrong audio track.
Okay, so you got the dingle kit, but you got a.
I got it. Yeah, I got a separate body.
Okay.
I can hear myself
Are you
twice.
going to do a full interior?
Yeah,
I'm actually working on it right now.
Let's start.
Yep, I have.
So, anyways. So you're working on the interior. I
Yes.
guess you're not going to put a full figure in there. You're just going to be just like the normal interior. You're going to cut the person whatever at the chest height.
Correct.
Cool.
I would like to get the GCM front mounting kit for this. I get rid of the transmission and everything in the middle. But you know, money is the thing.
Yeah.
That's why I got cheap foam board for interior.
Well, you got to work with what you got.
Exactly.
And make it work. That's what's fun about it.
Yeah.
Which
I'm actually working on it right now.
Travis, you're on the wrong
I
video.
have.
Shut off your other video.
So anyways.
I'm going to have to call him.
It's going crazy out there.
Travis, I'm calling you and you're in trouble.
You tell him, Tank.
Travis has the wrong video open. He's got his video camera, but you guys have to close the web browser and only have you only have to have one open. You have two open. You have the camera. I hear your mic, but I'm hearing my conversation I had 2 minutes ago. So you have two videos open. You're actually listening to me streaming, and plus you have the other window open. You have two windows open. Shut off the other window.
Better close all windows and start again.
Okay, now unmute your mic. Okay, now talk.
Okay, hello?
Okay, now
Hello.
you're okay.
Okay, thanks.
You're right.
Okay, bye.
Okay, we fixed the problem. Technical
Sweet.
issues.
Here we go.
Sorry about that. Okay, so Barry was just telling me that he's doing a interior with foam board on his hard body, and then he's gonna tape everything together and then plasti dip, and the plasti dip is actually gonna eat through the foam board and
I
actually
don't hear anything.
You can't hear anything, Travis.
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you fine. Your audio's coming in, Travis. Are you there?
I don't hear anything, Dad. I don't hear anything. Nope, it's up.
Might need to call him.
Again. Okay. So back to the conversation. Basically, Barry's building something. Casey's back. And electronics. Hey, Casey.
How's it going?
Going good? Did you just come from outside? Your camera's very blurry.
Yeah, I'm outside in my shop. There's my CX-10.
Cool. You gotta wipe your camera. It's very dirty.
I'm only using my iPod, so I'm just gonna take the case off and see. There, is that better?
That's better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I was supposed to get a guy in here that was an expert on electronics, but he's not in yet. Maybe he's going to show up in a few minutes, or maybe he won't. But I guess we'll talk about your SCX.
Here we go. Hey, guys.
Hey, Travis.
Hey.
Sorry, it wasn't working the first time.
Well, there's my expert. Bret Parker just came in.
Hey,
Hi, Brett.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Brett.
hey Brett.
Hey, Brett.
Canada's own Bret Parker.
Yeah, I didn't even know about tonight happening.
What?
I
I sent a message.
Yeah, I didn't get anything until about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I sent it to your phone and to your. I told you it was going to be Friday or Thursday or Friday. Then it was decided it was going to be Friday, but I thought I sent you a message. Sorry about that.
Nope, I didn't get any of that. Oh well, we're here.
Sounds good.
I invited Kinshilla Customs, but it doesn't look like he's here yet.
Casey, what kind of car is that?
SCX-10.
Okay, nice.
It's basically all stock, just besides like shocks, motor, and body.
Okay, nice.
And which body did you put on there?
Dodge Ram 1500.
There's Workbench.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, doing good. Well, people are coming in. That's a good thing. Basically,
That's very good.
What's everybody working on?
Pardon me?
What's everybody working on? Maybe got any project you're working on?
Oh, I'm working on my trophy truck here.
Trophy
It's
truck.
not. Yeah, you know, like Baja 1000.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, it's has a little ways to go, but I'm getting there.
Cool.
Cool. I am working on an interior for my SCX-10 Jeep.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's great.
I'm working on an interior too. Trying to get my
Cool.
Defender interior painted up.
Nice.
That's right, you did suspenders.
Cool.
Yeah. I built some fenders too for my Bronco, and then made a video the other day, and I built an extra one. I'm gonna go ahead and use it on the Defender probably. The Blonde. Trying to do the little tedious paint work on the dash right now.
And what dash is that? What's that dash out of?
The dashboards for the RC four-wheel drive Defender, the Grande 2.
Oh, okay.
But I've added some stuff. I added the keyboard,
Yeah, computer screen.
and added some diamond plate.
So you made that out of styrene?
I made the computer keyboard. The actual dash itself is just a stock dash you get from the body kit.
Okay.
But, it's kind of plain, but it makes it good. It's something good to start to build off of, Gonna make a little CB radio and stuff.
Well, I wanted to have this talk, and I'm going to put the camera on me for a little bit. I wanted to have this talk because some people were asking me questions privately. I was reading a lot of posts on Facebook about people blowing their ESCs and blowing their motors. And one thing I noticed very quickly is when I started getting into this is I actually read the manual. Some people don't. They mix and match motors. So they mix and match the motors and they mix and match the ESCs. I just want to make people aware that even though it's a brushless ESC, it doesn't mean you can put a 5-turn or a 10-turn motor on it, or a 70,000 kp on it. You got to be careful of what you're putting on it.
Yeah, your sound's really bad. I hear keep cutting in and out.
My sound is bad?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
some of these are.
If somebody's got a lot of background noise and it's overriding you, Tank, a little bit.
Yeah, I hear the noise too, but I don't
Sounds
know where
like
it's
a
coming.
fan's running or something.
I think it's Casey. Let's see how it is now.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sorry, Casey, we had to mute you. There was a lot of background noise in your area. If you want to come back and say something, you're going to have to unmute yourself. So what I was saying is that I found a lot of people were asking me questions, and I noticed that also, is that when some people had an ESC, even though it's a brushless ESC, you can't go and put any type of motor on there. You do have to be careful. There's a lot of motor types also. Nowadays there's a 540, the 550, there's different size of cans, and they all fit in your car, so you got to be careful. Some people don't.
That's also a concern with brushed motors, not just the brushless.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because I just picked up a dragster, and it's got a big kick-ass motor, and it's a brushed. And the guy actually had a very small 1/16 ESC from Latrax. And yes, it works, but how long is it going to work? Or what kind of performance is he going to get out of it? I don't know. But you have to be careful of what you put, and you've got to be careful and really look at the instruction. Usually you have a model number on the side. You can pull the PDF nowadays off the website, and it's actually going to tell you how many kV you can run on this. I found a lot of people are posting that, oh, my Mamba Max blew up, or this type of ESC is no good, or the actual ESC is no good because it blew up as soon as I started running something. Some people, they try to put a brushed, they buy the kit, and they start putting a 10-turn motor on there, or a 15-turn, or whatever, lower than the 20-turn. You can't, because that ESC is not actually meant for that. So you do have to be careful of what you put.
Yeah, so
the vehicle weight has a lot to do with it too. You know, a lot of times you can run say a 4600 kV in a little buggy, but you can't run it in a race. You know, it's gonna get hot, start burning up. So a lot of times the weight has a lot to do with it too.
Yep, yeah, for sure.
So people that actually build and put a lot of metal, like a cage around, like me and my SCX-10, I don't have a cage around it, but people put cage, they put accessories, they put weight in the tires, so all that takes into account of what type of motor you got to put and what you got to be careful, because you're really going to strain the motor.
Well, yeah, it also depends on your gearing and your voltage, and there's a lot to it, other than just picking a motor.
Yeah, it's not always just cut and dry. Definitely.
And the answers are not that clear either. Like, I went to the hobby store and I actually asked the guy, because you can get from SkyRC, you can get some ESCs and motors. They're all brushless, but it starts at, like, you can get an 8-turn or 9-turn all the way up to a 17 or 20-turn, and they're all the same price. It's an ESC and motor combo, but $420, but like, you got a very fast one and also a slower one, but they're all the same price. And I asked him, well, what would be the best? He goes, well, it's a preference of what speed you want, but it's not just the speed. It is the torque, the weight of your truck. You're going to need what can it handle, in other words. So that's what I found, anyways.
Yeah, well, yeah, you gotta take what hobby shop workers say with a grain of salt. There's some that know nothing, and there's some that know everything. So.
And some that know nothing that thinks they know everything.
Yeah, I know a few of those.
Dangerous ones.
Yeah. Travis, I think you had a question.
Sorry. Yeah.
Are you eating?
Yeah. Sorry.
You want some pizza?
You want some pizza? Yeah, I did have a question. So let's say you had like a 1/10 dragster, and like my dad was wondering, like a 1/10 car, you could only put a 1/10 system, right?
No, not necessarily. Most of my 10 scale stuff have 8 scale stuff in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for like let's say an on-road a 1/10 on-road car, like a pan car, what motor combo would you recommend a 5700 kV or a 7700 kV? And we're doing drag racing.
Well, that all depends on gearing, battery, weight.
Yeah.
It's just not a cut and dry answer like that.
Yeah, like the gearing that we would be using would be a 20-tooth pinion and a 81 tooth spur.
Yeah, it's a big opinion. I obviously 2-cell lipo. Those would blow up on 3-cell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably stick with the 5700.
Okay.
Get a little more torque off the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
But if it was mine personally, I'd probably drop down to like 2200 and go 4-cell. Or 3-cell.
Okay. We were going to use the Sidewinder 3 system.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of trial and error stuff too that I don't have a lot of experience in.
Yeah.
It would be me buying a bunch of different cars or motors and trying them all out.
Yeah.
Opinion and see what works for the track and tires, and
Yeah.
that's a whole different science.
I can share the customs.
Hey, how's it going?
What up, Kajilla?
What's up,
What's up,
guys?
buddy?
How's it going?
I find with the dragster also, well, with anything, it comes back to RC Crawler. What he was saying is the weight of your vehicle, because I know that like the dragster I'm getting, it's a 28, it's 28 inches long.
Yes.
When you're thinking your dad is thinking you get Travis is only 11 inches long.
Yeah, it's 11-inch wheelbase.
Yeah, 11-inch wheelbase. There's going to be a big difference of weight issues. So if you put a big engine with a lot of torque and very fast engine, yes, you're going to have wheel speed, but you're going to probably stay at the same place.
Yeah. So, like, my dad was wondering, like, there's the 3800, 4600, 57, and 7700. Which do you think for the wheelbase?
And you're only 11-inch wheelbase?
Yeah.
That's a small dragster.
But the bot, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd probably run 4600.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a fan of lower kilovolts and higher voltage.
Yeah.
I don't understand what any of that means.
At least you can admit it.
I'm like a caveman. What can I say?
And who's running brushless right now on their SCX10? Other than you, Brett.
Well, one of them.
Should I have brushless in yours?
Yeah, the goat is actually running brushless, and that's like about a 13-pound truck.
Okay. And what size of motor do you have on there? Do you know?
Sorry.
What size of motor do you have on there? Do you know?
It's the Traxxas Valenian motor. I can't remember what kV is. I think it's 3500 kV.
Yeah.
Millennium's 3500. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't actually got it out and tried it with that in there yet because I had to rob the receiver from my semi.
Oh yeah.
But
I
I've
was
had it
running.
before. It does okay. But if I do too much lugging with it, the weight does start to become a factor pretty fast.
What's that, Casey?
I was running the Sidewinder in mine, but it just was too fast.
Okay.
And that's
another something else that gets thrown into the equation is whether it's censored or censorless.
Yeah.
Plus, what gearing you got in there too?
Yep, absolutely, absolutely.
It's not just playing with toys anymore. There's actually some brain thinking that's required.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it, like they say, if it catches fire, you're doing something wrong.
That's right.
Oh, that's.
If you release the magic smoke, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, but most people, when they release the fire or the smoke, they blame the equipment, not them. It's not their fault.
Yeah, it's undereducation, which is the cause of that usually.
That's what I do.
I blame my brain. It's my damn brain's fault.
Some people
That brain?
don't read the instruction manual.
I don't read the instruction manual most of the time because my reading sucks. I just kind of do a lot of listening, and I go by what you guys say a lot of the time.
They have pretty pictures.
That's how I learned, by watching YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. YouTube is the way to go for me.
I remember when I was growing up, they didn't have internet.
It was all trial and error.
And when they did have it, it was ridiculously slow.
Yeah. I think I'm still waiting for a connection back in '82. Hey.
Hey, happy birthday.
Thank you, sir.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Brent.
Yeah, that's right. Happy birthday.
It's his birthday today. Happy
Cheers.
birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, let's all sing together now. No,
Oh,
I'm just
no.
kidding.
Come on.
No, it's not.
This isn't supposed to be a chorus line here.
We're gonna sing happy birthday from sea to sea. West.
Ooh, nice car, Casey.
That, the drift car?
Yeah.
I haven't drifted it in a while, so it's pretty cool.
Why don't you show us your collection real quick, Casey?
Oh, it's just the HPI Sprint 2 Sport, SCX10,
Hello.
and Wraith with
I'll be right back.
homemade trailer. Oh yeah, and I have a twin hammers, but that needs some work.
You broke your twin hammer? How could you do that?
Yeah,
Just the gear stripped.
Okay.
I was just gonna say I'm in an online chat with a bunch of RC guys on Google, and they all just wished me happy birthday.
Unmute Kinshasa. Who's on the phone?
Speaking of driver error, one of my friends was texting me the other night saying that they friggin' in his brand new SCX10 he was running an older 2-cell LiPo, and the LiPo just burst into flames and he had to like whip the body off.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, it just burst into flames." I'm like, "There's obviously some driver error there."
Well, one thing that a lot of people don't know about batteries, especially LiPos, is that you do have to be careful of the type of LiPo you use, and the discharge rate makes a big difference.
For sure.
Because some people, they start with a brushed system and they buy a LiPo, and then they go brushless, and then they put a big Mamba Max or they put something really big in there, and then they're using the same battery. The problem is more discharge when you use more power.
I don't use LiPos myself. I want to, but it just I don't have the money right now.
Hobby King, it cost me $20 a piece.
Oh wow, I'm gonna actually check those guys out.
Yeah, that's where I get mine too. I run the Turnkey packs through Hobby King, and they're, anywhere from $12, depending on how big of a battery you want. They run from $12 up.
Oh, that's great.
Now, Brett, do you get any duty charge and border fees and all that? I think it's that.
Sorry, I missed that. What was that?
Do you get duty charge and border fees when you order from there?
Not from Hobby King, no.
Not for Hobby King, okay.
But for my crawlers and stuff, I get these Trinity 2.2s.
Oh yeah.
I like these because they're small. I can put them in anywhere in the truck that I want.
It's the same thing I'm running. I'm running in my SCX10 2 Turnigy 2200 milliamp 3S. Run them in parallel. They're a good little pack. They seem well made too.
Yeah, I got a bunch of other stuff too. Bunch of 5,000 packs, 6,500 packs.
My
Yeah.
son's got a 8,000 milliamp 2S in his SCX10. The thing's huge.
Yeah, I've gotten away. I started out with the bigger packs.
Yeah.
That's the way everybody told me, but from my own experience, I've gone with the smaller packs. I'd rather change a couple batteries and keep the weight out of the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, someone talked about parallel batteries. Why don't somebody explain to people out there why somebody would want to do that, and what's the difference between parallel and serial?
Parallel, you keep the same. I can't remember which way it is. One way you get double the voltage, the other way it's the same voltage. But if you use, say, 200 milliamp batteries, it'll work as one 4,000.
Your parallel, you keep the same voltage, but you double your runtime. In series, you double your voltage, but you keep the runtime of just like if you just have one pack in there, whatever the milliamps are of the pack.
Yeah, so you do have to be careful of how you wire those batteries, because if you wire them in serial, you could blow up your car because you're running more voltage.
The ESC can't handle.
If you run two, if you hook up, if you make your connector wrong and your say your ESC is only ready for 2S and you put two 2S batteries in series, then you're actually putting 4S to the ESC, so you'll definitely be burning that thing up.
Yeah, see, I actually run two 5,000s in parallel on my Stomper.
I run that thing for days.
There's a lot of good videos out there that actually demonstrate what's the big difference between serial and parallel for battery connection. So if some guys want to really look that up, just Google it on.
Yeah, there's lots on Google about that. I don't really see it necessary to run anything in parallel. I rather just do the battery change.
So the reason why I did it in my Bronco is because I put the GCM mounts kit in it, and it gave me a transfer case, and it moved my motor and transmission up front. So I don't have that space up there to put a single battery, even sideways, like you run between your behind your front tires. Even to run like that, I can't do it. So I made me some battery mounts on both sides, kind of where the skid plates, the rock sliders were, and I figured, running one, I would have uneven weight. So
yeah, that makes sense. You want to balance your weight.
That's kind of really the only option I had to kind of keep things evened out.
Yeah. Well, yeah. In that case, that makes sense for sure.
Mine's the same way. I have both batteries sitting one on each slider.
Yep.
Cool. And what about radios? What do you guys use for radios?
All stock radios. Twin hammer.
I use Spectrum.
Nice.
And great.
I used RC 4-wheel drive, XR4, a 4-channel remote. Had pretty good success with them. I had a couple of them. I like them. They're simple, easy to use, and I haven't had any problems out of them. You can run up to 10. If you buy enough receivers, you can run up to 10 different trucks off of one remote.
Oh, wow.
The receivers are $30.
I probably have the cheapest remote. An old Tamiya.
Yeah.
It works though. Just the 2-channel. Whatever.
Is
Nice
that
guy.
2 gigahertz or an old one? And Devolution, you were showing one of your remote.
Yeah. Nice guy. GT3C.
Yeah. Are you running the hack on it?
Yeah, bound straight to the stock axial receiver, and all my other two Tamiya cars running the Fly Sky receiver. It's a very cheap system. It's about $60 Australian for the transmitter and a receiver, and then extra receivers are around $7.
Yeah. And are you running the hack on the receiver to give it more channels?
Yeah, no, I haven't done that yet. I haven't really had a need to.
Because Chris at GCM, he's running it, and I
6
found
channels.
Yeah, 6 channels that you can actually
Yeah.
put. You can
You
control.
can reconfigure all these buttons to a different channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I find with some of the Fly Skies is they interfere with some of the other radios.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get a large enough group.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Well, it's not bad for you then. If your radio interferes with the other, you screw up him, but
Yes.
your radio should be still good.
Why hasn't anyone made a 6-channel pistol grip
I don't
yet?
know. And it stops at 4. Why 4?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Question.
On a main vehicle, you only need, most of the time, 4 channels, depending on what accessories you're running on there.
Yeah. I have this one. It's the Fly Sky, the 4-channel one. And I kind of this one with the screen. And
Yeah.
I'm actually sad I bought it because it does not bind. You only bind one truck. It does have like a 20 truck on it, or more than that. But anyways, but every time you change truck, you got to rebind. It saves
Yeah.
the memory settings, but you have to rebind.
Yeah, I saw a video on that.
Yeah, mine doesn't do that.
The 3-channel doesn't do that. It's only the 4-channel. Because the telemetry they have in it.
You just, where's my screen here? You just, click on model.
Yep.
And then you scroll across to whatever model you're running. And then you click it again, and then it's set. All the trims stay in the memory.
Yeah, the 3-channel you don't have to rebind, but the 4-channel you have to rebind, which I didn't know when I bought it, but it was $100, and I said, for $100 I'll give it a try. I tried it.
That's a shame, isn't it?
That would be a pain. Yeah, I run a Spectrum DX4. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I have a DX4C as well.
Yeah, I think mine's the 4S.
Yeah, I got a DX4 also.
I'm happy with it.
Another reason I bought this one is because it has its own LiPo pack.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes it nice.
Yeah, you can buy a LiPo pack.
Charge it off a computer or a phone charger with USB.
Yeah, most of the radios you can buy LiPo packs for. They're expensive though. It's not really worth it.
Hey, Conchilla, Mr. Brandon Conchilla, unmute your mic if you want to say something. Your mic is muted.
Oh, I didn't know that.
While you were on the phone, we were hearing your conversation, so I sort of muted you.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. It was just my mom letting me know that it was officially my birthday 20 minutes ago. She made me homemade burgers.
She remembers.
She remembers everything. She's like an elephant.
Typical woman.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be too loud if I run my brazing torch. It makes quite that. Let me know if this is too loud.
You can mute you.
Is that loud?
We'll have to mute you, but if you want to say something, just unmute yourself.
Okay. Well, because I'm gonna have to. I'm thinking about bracing my legs onto the trailer that I made.
How's that going?
Pretty good. I made some cute little legs with just 2 pinholes, so when the trailer's on the truck, I can run the jacks up and then just throw a body pin through there to hold them up. When I unhook it, drop the jack down, put the pin back in, and the trailer will stand up. Recycling.
Oh, yeah.
If anybody's not following Brandon Conchilla, he's braises, he does bumpers, he does a bunch of stuff. He's pretty handy.
Stuff like this.
Yeah.
My new project. It's even got
Nice.
mud flap brackets.
Nice.
Oh, how long is that trailer? Show that again. Presenter.
It's 30. I think it's 31 inches.
Huh. That's huge.
That's what she
Huge,
said.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got part computer on there for the mud flap brackets, part SCX10 frame, part steel from tank, part curtain rod.
Curtain rod.
Part shelving bracket. Yeah, that's what the frame is made out of. The perimeter is made out of old curtain rod.
Awesome.
It's
That's the perfect scale, man. It's the perfect scale for that.
It works great for it. You know, it's lightweight. It's easy to braise with just propane. I mean, like the brazing gas is like $15. This was $4, and it's twice as big, holds twice as much, and it does just as good of a job.
Yeah.
So why buy the big thing?
That's right.
You actually braised with propane and not nap?
Well, but if you want to braise something like thicker, you got to use the map gas because the propane can even with that torch can only braise up to a certain thickness, and it's just hard to keep it hot.
Okay.
But like for instance, I can be using old bicycle spoke to braise my trailer legs on and give them bracing, and this you can braise with just propane, no problem, as long as you have that torch.
So
What about-
you're using bicycle spoke as a brazing rod?
No, to act as bracing to go in between the legs.
Okay, as bracing. Yes.
Like I'm using it as material to work with.
Yes.
I mean, in scale-wise, it'd be about an inch thick piece of steel, right? So. And they're
What about
cheap.
brake line?
Brake line works great for like roll cages or bumpers.
I mean, can you use propane for that?
Yep, that's what I use. I got the Bernzomatic TS4000 brazing torch, and if you're just using the propane, you can braze a straight brake tube, no problem with it.
Nice.
It works great, and it's cheap. I mean, the torch is like $50, comes with a can of map gas, and everything that I have, every roll cage I have, every trailer I've made, has all been made with that same torch.
I guess we'll have to do a how-to video of how to braise and have you as a star.
There you go.
Hey, yeah. That's a good idea.
Self-proclaimed. It's all learn as you go. But I think everybody should learn to do it because, you know, and then everybody can just do that much more, and you can make your own cool stuff. I would rather show people how, so that they can do it.
Yeah.
You enjoy it more.
Casey wants to show his trailer. Casey, why don't you show us the trailer?
Oh, I built that. I built this in wood shop, or
I like
wood
that,
and metalwork. Yeah, it was actually quite painful doing all the small.
It is.
The welds, like I had to weld everything. It was quite the task.
So you welded that in a wood shop?
Yeah, wood and metalwork at my school.
That was my favorite classes in high school. I actually used to skip out and go to the metalwork room.
I'm actually taking it for a second time.
There was for a while in high school, on some days I would end up having 4 classes of metalwork, so I would just stay there all day.
Nice. That's awesome.
It's fun. I mean, there's nothing you can't do once you learn how to do the basic stuff. You can do anything. It's just figuring out like what'll look okay. You know, like my boxes are crappy looking, but they're just to go onto the trailer so I can store like my bungee cords in there.
That's cool.
And I got
Plus, paint makes everything look better.
That's true. This paint works really good. this flexible like steel stuff because it hides all the ugly, and then you paint over that.
You know what works really good with metal is Rust-Oleum.
Yeah.
That stuff right there it's got an enamel on it. That's strong stuff.
No, I'm just using rocker guard on my trailer. That's all it is. It's like
That'll work.
rubberized.
And who else in the gang is doing custom work? I know RC Crawler does a lot of custom work.
I haven't really been doing a whole lot of like metal work and stuff lately, though. Unfortunately, I've had a lot of things going on and had to be out of town and haven't been able to work on nothing really. Past couple of days, I've been able to do a couple things like there's inner fenders and this dash, but I haven't got to do any metal work in a while. But I think I'm gonna try to do for the D90 Defender I got. I think I'm gonna try to do all the cage work for the tube work that goes around the windows, and I don't know if I'm gonna put anything on top or not. I doubt I'll carry a bunch of stuff on top of it, so I probably won't put a basket up on top or whatever. But I'll definitely be doing a front bumper, and probably do some tube work around the headlights and all that stuff.
Cool.
Sounds cool.
I don't know what happened there. My phone just kind of died.
Your phone died?
Yeah, it just shut itself off for all of a sudden. It's plugged in and everything, so it shouldn't have done it.
But it's an apple.
Yeah.
An apple a day.
So I don't know if any of you watched the build thread, but GCM started in 2009, I think it was, around there. He started building a toy hauler, and it was a Ford F650 on his chassis. It's a Leaf chassis, two-wheel drive. And he just stopped building it, and it's got a big trailer. The trailer is about 3 foot long. So I have all that, so I got to start finishing that off soon. So.
Oh, wow. You ended up getting that?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's awesome.
I'll show you the body.
I swear to God, I spend more time doing this than I actually do playing. I'm actually supposed to be going out tomorrow. I'm taking the yellow Toyota out. The goat I can't. I'll take the yellow one out with the camper on the back. I wanted to take this, but...
Sorry, making a little noise here. So basically, this is the trailer. That's the front of the trailer.
Oh, it's like a low boy.
I like that.
And that's the rear of it. So
That's
there's
cool.
an axle. It's going to be a dual axle, and I think it had one wheel, but I might go with dual wheel. I don't know yet. But
What is that,
it's
styrene?
Yes, it's a metal frame, and it's actually styrene. So you see a little sheet here.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Oh, was that the trailer that you got from GCM?
Yeah. So
Okay, cool.
there's the inside.
Okay. Sweet.
Done with aluminum. So it's basically just glued with hot glue, the aluminum. He didn't braze or solder anything. But I do have some soldering rods here that I'm going to braze the aluminum because I can't.
You can actually go hot glue gun steel to plastic with the glue gun, but you got to heat up the metal first, otherwise it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
If you heat up the steel, it'll never let go.
Are you gonna make a 6x6 with it?
No. This is just going to be a two-wheel drive. It's going to be a dual.
Okay.
So here's the rear. Here's the rear of it. Let me put it as presenter like that it won't switch. So here's the rear of it, and this is what you needed, Conchilla.
Yeah, I got one of those on my semi.
Yeah. So it's got this part. I do have the part that goes in front. You can put a servo like that. You can unclip it. So, but this was pretty nicely built. It's
Yeah, that's
really
built
neat.
well.
That looks
Like
really
that.
good.
It's
That looks
lightweight,
really
but it looks
good.
super, super strong.
Yeah, it is lightweight because everything else here is just styrene. It's a very thin piece of styrene, and it's actually on a brass frame. So
Yeah, nice part with the brass too is like you can solder it. It's same as brazing, but it's actually lower temperature and it holds pretty good.
yeah.
Yep, that's correct.
So that's the
That
rear,
looks so cool.
and this is the front, and it's going to be a
Oh.
pretty nice long truck.
That's gonna be a cool show truck.
That's gonna look really good.
Is that a hard body?
No, it's just a styrene.
Okay.
Yeah, just a Lexan.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's the F650?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that
So
looked
I'm
really
missing some light, so I'm gonna have to find some lights to replace them or something else because I really like the look of it.
Where'd you find? Did you put those lights on there?
No, it came like that.
Oh, okay.
Whoever had started building it put it there. It's painted actually on the outside, so it looks flat. So it's got a dark inside, but it's actually painted on top here. So you wanted that flat finish. And I picked up a Dinky RC interior. It's all white. You guys are gonna have a hard time seeing that. But it actually fits perfectly in there. So
That's so nice.
So the interior is going to be full interior. I just got to build, sorry about the noise, I just got to build something at the back to give me another bucket seat. So at the back I'm going to have to cut it and manually build a bucket seat out of styrene or something. Because that's a king cab. So that's my next project.
Okay. Cool.
Who hasn't seen my razor?
Pardon?
This is the other thing I picked up from Chris at GCM.
That's cool.
Yeah, that thing's cool.
Nice.
So that's the razor.
A golf cart?
No, it's a razor.
Oh, okay.
So it's running 4x4. It's running on his Cross Canyon chassis, and I'm actually running droop on it. So it actually pulls it back with internal springs, and it's got 2.2 tires, but on 1.9 rims. The tires are cut because he wanted a fatter look on it, and so it looks pretty good. And I put a servo on my steering wheel, so now my steering wheel actually turns when I turn my wheels.
Cool.
Very cool.
Last but not least, the custom commanded is this guy.
That's cool too. You got cool cars.
Nice. That's very cool.
So this thing is actually a Revo, but with an SEX10 rear axle running twin hammer arms at the back.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
This thing has the same wheelbase and width as a SEX10, and it's very agile. It's really cool. So I put a brushless system in there, and its sensor. It's strong, and it's very, very easy to crawl on rocks because of the sensor. It's really cool. I like this little guy.
Oh, that's a neat little car.
And I put
That
nice
is-
little wheels on it.
I've seen videos of that thing, and it looks really fun to drive.
Yeah, it is. It is. Chris actually tried it, and he really enjoyed it. And he's got a twin hammer. He says it's even funner than his twin hammer because it's got a wider footprint, so it really handles really good. And what's nice with it, all the weight is actually from here on, so it's all at the front, nothing at the back. So it really, really climbs good, and plus it's very low to the ground. So it was a cool little idea I had, and it's pretty neat. There's a guy in Australia, he really wants it. That's enough about my things. Who else wants to show off their stuff? Nobody.
Yeah.
And who else has it?
My
Question?
staff is getting worked on, so I need to put the BEC in it.
On the one on the Savage?
Yeah, the Savage, yeah. And then my SCX-10 is downstairs in the basement.
I'm just working on my mud flaps. Sure, got to have mud flaps. I mean,
You gotta go out with that thing tomorrow. What's going on? You gonna get it finished?
nope. No, because I just keep finding more and more things to do to it.
More
And then I
scale
gotta
stuff.
start building another trailer on Monday for somebody, so this thing's gonna have to go on the waiting list and get finished later.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I did. I built glasses for my little guy.
I love that, man. Tank, you are a genius.
So for my little mini-me, I took some wires from a Cat5 cable and I welded them together, and now I have glasses from my little wrestler that looks like me.
That thing looks uncannily like you, dude. It's freaky how well you made it look. It looks like you. It looks like you went to a toy company and said, "Make me this tall."
Well, there's a guy on the internet. They actually, if you send him pictures of your head, he can actually do it in 3D and send it to you, so you can actually put them on these guys.
Nice.
That would be nice to have. Actually, I don't think we want more of me around.
That's true.
One's enough.
All Tank has to do now is get a white suit and a little vest and walk around with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or paint this one to match my clothes.
That's too much like work.
I went to the local store the other day and I found this guy. He looks like a little robot. It's kind of cool. So, what I'm thinking to, so I'm going to do a story. He actually lights up.
I've been thinking about making like a little shop, because a lot of you guys are making like these little scale shops, and I'm thinking, man, I want to make one, but I don't know. It's a lot of work.
Well, some people are saying like my scale garage looks nice and looks cool, but I don't really have a scale garage. What I do is I use the back side of my table as a backdrop.
I want to make a hoist.
Awesome.
If I make a garage, I'm going to have to make a 110 scale working hoist. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's what I want to work on too. And everybody keeps asking me, that thing looks like a TV. Well, it actually is. It's a very small one.
Exactly. I got no room to put one though. I mean, I'd like to make one, but where would I put it?
Have you figured out a logo yet for the Dragster page that you made, Francois?
No, I thought you were going to make a logo page.
Yeah, I was trying to make one, but I was not really sure how to do it.
Be creative.
Yeah. I'm not that creative.
Well, you are. You just got to do one step at a time. Don't look at the whole thing. One little piece, and then go on to the next little piece. Next thing you know, you're building everything.
Yeah.
You just got to get your imagination open up so you know what you can accomplish. And then you realize that you can accomplish anything.
Yeah.
True. Good words.
Yeah. Anything is possible. It's like, I got to get rid of the dog.
Crawler, your mic is muted, and what are you showing there? Snorkel?
I'm sending Kai downstairs. He keeps whining. Cool. What's this?
You're showing a snorkel? Is that a snorkel for your truck?
Yeah, that's the snorkel I made the other day.
I want one of those for my Defender.
How do you make
Sweet.
That looks ridiculously cool.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Those look pretty tight.
How do you make that?
Use.
Just made it out of styrene,
Okay.
and then I made a little piece here. Made a little piece here, so I'll be able to fit it down in there just right.
Cool.
That's cool. Looks good.
The cap is off of a axial stock shock cap. I just cut the loop off the top.
Okay.
I haven't shaved that down yet still, but Yeah, man, it's gonna look pretty good. Turned out a little bit better than I thought it was going to. But like Brandon said, man, it's just one piece at a time. Don't get overwhelmed by thinking about the whole project and the finished product and all that. Just one piece at a time, and if it don't look right, start over. You know.
Yeah.
You'll get it right eventually.
Well, it's like I like to tell people, every single thing that you see, somebody figured out how to make it.
Yep.
So all you have to do is make it.
Yeah.
I can see how intimidating it could be because there's a lot of great builders out there that make phenomenal RCs.
Oh yeah, yeah, but they weren't always great either. They messed up and they built some crazy looking stuff, you know, and had to practice.
Yeah, but you don't see that stuff.
yeah, I know, right?
You got to start somewhere. You got to start with baby steps. You got to start with the best way to learn is to actually try something and fail. That's the only way you're going to get better.
Hey, I'm using foam board, so
yeah,
whatever.
I made this too for my Defender. It's not finished yet, but it's basically like an off-road light bar. It's got an LED. I got a piece of clear styrene going across the front here that you would use for like glass for the windows or whatever. It's kind of hard to see because I painted flat black, but it's a diamond plate. It's got a diamond plate. There's diamond plate styrene that I used. It's all styrene. The wires are it's all enclosed, and the wire's going to poke through the hood. And I'm going to put some hinges on here and make this look like a compartment where you store like bungee cords or something.
Cool.
But man, that thing is really, really bright. It's almost overkill. I think when it's on, I don't think you'll be able to even see the headlights or see that they're on. It's so daggone bright. Might be too much.
Where'd you get the LEDs?
I do electrical work for a living, and I was doing a restaurant, and they wanted the bar where all the liquor was going to be stored at. They wanted LEDs to shine up underneath some glass and shine up through the bottles. And this was actually the LED strips that we were going to use. And this is just leftover. It's leftover stuff. It's getting thrown in the trash. So
nice.
I got a bunch of it now. I got probably more than I need, really. I'll never use it all.
Yeah, I probably have 4,000 or 5,000 lineal feet of that stuff in my garage.
Yeah.
So I've just kind of finished my inner fenders and part of my body here with foam board.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
And it just basically sets, right in. I'm going to mount this to the actual body, so when I take the body off, everything comes out with it.
Oh, so it's basically the interior then, right?
Yes, this is the interior. I'm going to put some seats and stuff in the back and glue some accessories. And my battery sits up here in the front.
Cool.
It's kind of hard to...
That's pretty cool. It's really lightweight too, man.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was going for. Plus, it's cheap.
Yeah.
It's like $2 for a whole sheet of this, and maybe I can get my truck here and show y'all. So this is what I have right now. I've got aluminum sides for the inner fender welds, and basically, I don't know if I can just kind of sets right on top. I can get it on there like so.
Cool. Guys, Barry at the beginning was telling me he has no friend to go RCing it with. Well, he has friends, but I mean, there's nobody around his area to go play with his truck. So, if ever you're around his area, just get together with him.
Where does he live?
Arkansas.
Okay, cool. I live in Ottawa.
Okay.
It's a little far for us to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Couple blocks.
Yeah.
Just a couple.
I'm going to Vegas in a couple months. Next month, actually.
Take your
What
truck.
for?
A trade show.
Oh, sweet.
Francois.
Yep.
I just have a question. So my brother has a Vitera, 69 Camaro RS brushed edition. It's a sedan on-road car, and he was wondering, he wanted to put a brushless system in it because it's only brushed, and he was thinking about the Sidewinder SV3. What KV do you think would be best to put in this? There's, as I said, there was the 3800, the 46, the 57, and the 7700.
Guys, what do you think would be best for that?
What's he use it for?
He's gonna like an on-road, like so straight, like for dragging.
On the road?
Yeah, on-road.
So he wants to start dragging with it.
2-cell?
Yeah, 2-cell.
We'll probably go with 67 with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ish.
Okay.
Not ish.
Yeah, it depends on the brand. Like 6900, 6500. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Is he going to be doing like speed runs, or is this just, if he's just going to be doing like speed runs,
So it's not really going to be speed runs. He's just like, so this summer we're going to set up a, down here in Ottawa, we're going to set up a drag racing thing, and my brother just we want to start getting into more drag racing down here in Ottawa, and so for drag racing, so just going straight. So not like going around or.
So it's
so it is speed runs. That's pretty. I mean, drag racing is pretty much a speed run. You're just trying to get the fastest run you can. You only be doing run a run or twice, and then you mess with it for a little while. I guess basically what I'm saying is you're not going to be running like a full pack through it all at one time.
No.
So we'll have a chance to get heated up. Sometimes you can get away with pushing your electronics a little bit further if you're only doing like speed runs. You're only going to do one pass, and then it'll be sitting for a while. You'll be tinkering with it, changing gear ratios or whatever.
Yeah.
Putting out the fire.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because I run like a 46 kV, which is only rated 2-cell, but I run them on 3-cell. But I don't run them full tilt all the time, so I won't over-rev or overheat them.
Yep.
But I get that punch and that reliability of 3-cell.
We were talking about lights earlier. I don't know if anybody saw the video I did for my tricolor lights on that truck. So I got under body, and if I hit a switch and not really okay, actually building the switch I can do on the remote. So I'm going to be able to change from red, green, blue, and plus a whole bunch of other color, pink or white or whatever, just by cycling the thing. Basically, this is what I got for lighting. So it's a strip. This one is just white.
Who's gonna strip?
It's a LED. I'm not gonna strip. But these strip, you can actually, it has 3 lights per on this one, so it's very bright. You can get them with 1 light, 2 lights, or 3 lights. And it actually runs on 12 volt. So you run that on a 3-pack, on a 3-cell, man, it's bright.
Yeah, that's the same thing these are, Tank. Same thing. They came in a long roll like that.
Yeah.
They are bright, ain't they?
They are friggin' bright. What I'm thinking of doing for that truck, for the top, is actually doing a rack, but putting this all the way around the rack so I can light up everywhere around the truck.
That's cool.
So
that's pretty cool.
That's what I got this for night riding, and it's going to be stupid bright. It's just...
You probably need sunglasses for that truck.
Chris from GCM was over here on the 30th of December. We had no snow. It was just awesome. And we went quickly for a night run. And it was my first night run I was doing with that truck. And it was really neat. I even got a light for my forehead. But I had to turn it off because it wasn't fun if I actually turned it on. it was funner having just no light and trying to drive with the truck in the woods and just trying to find our way through with just the headlights. It was really cool.
Just like full scale.
So night run was pretty neat. I wouldn't mind doing it again.
Man, I wish I could hang out with the guys from GCM.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Chris is fun. He's a good guy.
I'm moving to Canada, man. All the scalar gods live in Canada.
Yeah.
I bet all their friends get discounts.
Headquake.
Like,
I can't even think of them all.
Do you guys live
Yeah,
in
Canada is pretty cool.
Do you live in the U.S.?
It's pretty nice up in Canada right now.
Because RC Crawler?
Yeah.
Do you live in the U.S.?
Yeah, I live in Chesapeake, Virginia.
Okay. Because, like, there's a lot more, like, I'm not, like, saying any bad thing about, like, Canada, but there's a lot more RC, you get a lot more RC stuff in the U.S. than Canada. Like Canada is starting to grow for RC parts and stuff like that, but there's a lot more parts in stores and stuff like that in the U.S.
Yeah, manufacturers of part, there's more.
Yeah. Manufacturers, sorry, yeah.
That's all right. That's what eBay and all that stuff's for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I build a lot of my own stuff, because all the RC shops around here are run by assholes.
Yeah, I have a problem here too. If you're not into, if you're not in there running on their racetrack or something, if you go in there and say the word crawler, it's like you spoke a foreign language or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear all the time. I show like my 6x6. Like, how fast does it go? How fast do you think it's 6x6?
Yep, that's always the first question from somebody if I'm out walking the trails and I pass somebody, or how fast does it go? Yeah.
People pass me.
I get that question all the time when I go walking on the trails with my RC. They're like, "How fast does it go?" It's like, I don't know. Let's say about like walking pace.
Yep.
Just tell them it's got the land speed record.
Yeah, people just pass me because mine goes like extremely slow because I have a
it's the world's
gear reduction unit in it.
It's like one time I was out driving the Corvette, and I got pulled over through a ride check. And the cops come over, and they're looking at the car, and they're going, "Yeah, nice car," and it's thank you. He goes, "But thing's pretty quick." I said, "Yeah, that's not bad." He goes, "Well, how fast have you gone?" And I go, "Well, if you really, really push it, you can, right conditions, you can get 100 kilometers an hour."
Trick
and the guy
question.
started cracking up, laughing, right? Like I'm going to tell him how fast I was going.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can do the speed limit if I push it.
In a tailwind.
Cool. Well, I'm going to stop the broadcast. If you guys want to stay and chit-chat, you're more than welcome, but I will stay. But I'll stop the broadcast now and wrap this one up and keep chit-chatting. Thanks.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thanks.
All right, Tank. Appreciate you making it happen, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.